Hello everyone, welcome to I Jump Instead and welcome to this 30-minute lower body strength training routine for all levels on a rebounder. I am Trophy Steffi. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to be jumping on my 40-inch Beacon bungee unit. This is the Soft Land series and it is linked in the description box below. We're going to get started with a 5-minute full body warm-up. Then we're going to do 10 solid minutes of squat bounce to strengthen the legs and the glutes. And then we're going to lay down for 10 minutes of leg inversion exercises. We're also going to have the arms inverted as well. And we're going to focus on mobility and strength and flexibility, all while laying down comfortably on our backs. I have a towel to go beneath my back and I have a pillow for behind my head. I recommend having something to lay on and a pillow, but these are optional. And then we're going to stand back up and do 5 minutes of health and wellness moves at the very end. Are you ready for this 30-minute routine? Let's begin right now. Starting with health bounce, let's put our feet in a wide stance. Let's get nice and comfortable on our mat here by standing up tall, hands on the bar. Let's bring the shoulders down and let's keep the chin level and close the teeth. Let's breathe through the nose if we can throughout the entire routine. So lifting through the spine, I want you to visualize your spine and I want you to feel and see length and extension and reach upward. Connect to that, feel the bounce, massaging that beautiful stretched spine. Eyes relaxed. Shoulders down. Lengthen just a little bit more, especially through that neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go ahead and do some shoulder rolls. So bringing the shoulders down first and then all the way back and all the way up and all the way forward, and continue with that rotation here. Big circles, feeling the chest and back, getting nice and open. Core muscles are engaged just for stability, and you can keep your hands on the bar. Teeth are still closed. Now let's do rotations backwards. So all the way forward, up, back, and down. One more big rotation here. Excellent. Now hands on the bar, bring the chin down to the chest, keep the chest lifted, and feel the stretch in the back of the neck. We're gently bouncing here. Let's rotate the head slowly over to one side. And as it comes all the way to the side, I want you to lift the chin and extend and reach through the jawline and bounce and open up the jaw. And then bring the head back down, dragging the chin against the chest, reaching up again and stretching into this side of the jaw, really reaching and connecting to that stretch. And one more time on each side, gently breathing, eyes relaxed. Three, 2, and 1. Now let's go ahead and do some gentle twist. So I'm going to do a mid-bounce twist. So I'm going to, toes are facing side, forward. You might have both hands connected to the bar, or you can remove one hand at a time with each twist, just to see if you can go a little bit deeper. I want you to stand up tall, feel the spine, getting that nice massage. The lower back getting more flexible and strong. The core muscles are engaging. See if you can twist just a little bit deeper. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do some leg reaching. So I'm going to put one foot in the center of the mat or just a little bit in front of the center. And now I'm going to reach one leg. So here we have this opportunity to reach the leg straight and down over the side of the rebounder. First we focus on the hip and then the thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle. Spread the toes. Feel that full extension in that leg. And you could be gently bouncing here, but I'm going to just stand in place and really focus on that reach. 3, 2, switching sides. Feel how powerful that is. The stronger we get in this reach, the more potent it becomes. So feel the hip reaching, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle. Stretch and reach. Spread the toes. Extend just a little bit further. 3, 2, and switch. This time I'm going to stretch off the back side diagonally. Chest is lifted. You might feel into the glute muscle here with that nice deep reach through the hip, the knee, the ankle. Let's do a little bit of ankle rotations. And reach for 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Ankle rotation. Feeling the stretch through the glute, through that full leg. And one final reach for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do a quick flutter kick here. So one leg off the side of the rebounder and just release this leg, the hip, the knee, the ankle, all throughout. 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Getting these muscles ready to go for the squat bounce segment. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. 10 minutes of squat bounce. I want you to put your feet in a nice, comfortable, wide stance. Bend your knees just enough. You can explore the knee bend here, but just find your position here and then connect to your mat. So your mat has a resistance bounce, and you have to connect and use your strength to press into the resistance. And then you'll notice how fast does it spring back. Every rebounder might offer a little bit of a different rate at which it springs you back, but you use your strength to push down and you connect to the rhythm of your mat. You will notice instantaneous leg activation. And if it becomes too much, you stand up a little bit taller and you don't bend your knees as much. So find that perfect amount of activation that you can sustain it for the next 10 minutes. Connect to the thighs here. Let's focus a little bit more on the thighs rather than into the backs of the legs, but we still have our feet flat because we're gonna switch into the backs of the legs for the second 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and point our toes outward so the heels come in, toes go out. And now let's continue with connecting to our leg strength, finding that perfect knee bend that suits us, that helps us to nose breathe, that connects us to symmetry in leg activation, maximum comfort in this position. You bring your toes as wide as you need to in order to have maximum comfort and to focus on your flexibility progression, because we are creating more flexibility in the ankles and the knees and the hips. So the upper body stands tall, core is engaged, chin is level, shoulders relaxed and open. Let's go ahead and keep the heels connected to the mat and bring the toes inward. Actually, you might need to move your heels. That's okay. And let's connect here to this strengthening position as we press down into our mat and we find that resistance and we say, hey, we have a flexible surface and we can press down and connect and get so strong. And do these moves while we're watching TV or right when we wake up, just 5 minutes of gentle pressing down into the mat, connecting to the flexibility of our mat and the flexibility of our legs. So feel the knees, the ankles, the hips in this nice stretch as we connect to a very unique strengthening position here. Let's go ahead and put our feet now into a lunge position, connecting to both thighs equally, pushing down, upper body engaged, the core, chin level, but the eyes and the shoulders and the neck all relaxed, just connecting to the lower part of our body. Feeling into this move is going to help you to modify the move if you need to. So being very present in the feeling. Let's go ahead and switch into the other lunge position. Pressing down through both legs equally, standing up tall. Just gently breathing through the nose. Now let's go ahead and put our feet into a hip width stance. So that is definitely different than a wider stance, and it's different than feet together. It's hip width. And stay right here for the last 30 seconds until we switch to a booty focus. Feel those thighs activate. So strengthening. My legs feel so good right now because I have just the right amount of knee bend in order to feel the tension, feel the flexing happening in my legs, but it's comfortable and it's sustainable. 3, 2, 1. Now, feet in a wide stance, and we're gonna keep bouncing, but first I want you to position your booty so it's straight out and we're reaching and stretching. So maybe even just a little bit of swaying at first to really stretch into each glute, really get those glutes open and long and stretched. And then start to incorporate your bounce. So the feet are flat, but we're gonna actually focus a little bit more into the heels, this time connecting to the hamstrings and the glutes. The upper body position, it's up to you what you feel is the most comfortable. If I were to say, get into a poised position, how would that feel for you? You just have to do it. And notice that the shoulders are down. It could look a little bit different than mine. And I want you to connect to the reach. Really feeling your glutes stretch without aggravating the back, with having maximum back comfort. So find that perfect happy medium where you feel like your glutes are in a lengthened position. You're using your strength of the backs of your legs and your glutes to pump down into your mat at your pace. And you feel those glutes contracting. Let's go ahead and switch our position so the toes are slightly fanned outward. And now continue with your reach through the glutes. Your upper body poise, shoulders down, connecting to the muscles being engaged in this very unique position. Try to relax your breath. Let's go ahead and bring the toes slightly inward. And if you need to reposition your feet, do so. Just get yourself into symmetry, into what feels like alignment in your hips, what feels right from how distant you are to your bar. Everything goes, just feel it. You'll get right into it. See if you can stretch those glutes, shoulders come down, and use your strength to bounce down, and then modify the knee bend as desired. Let's work our way now into hip width position. So this is a nice aligned hip to knee to ankle ratio. Stretching the hips back like we're gonna sit down. Chest is up. Feeling the strengthening in our glutes. How does that feel? Now let's go ahead and shift our feet to the center of the mat for this bunny bounce. The final position here, and we can kind of have both legs and feet working as a team now to press down into the mat, into the center of our flexible surface. Put this flexible surface to work. use that resistance, connect to our strength in accessing that resistance with just the right pace. Feeling every contraction, every bounce, every breath. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to slowly come up, and I want you to straighten up here and get a little bit loose. Maybe shake, we'll do a little bit of a jiggy. And then I also invite you to do a little bit of body tapping into the glutes, into the lower back. And then just some health bounce to just release any extra tension, maybe some twisting in the lower back. Just taking care of the body here and saying, all right, we're ready for the next move, even though those glutes are feeling good. Let's go ahead now and lay down on our rebounder and work on our leg inversion segment. So I'm going to face away. My legs are going to be facing away from the bar, but staying close to the bar. Just keep that in mind when you position yourself. You will want to have your legs be able to lean against the bar at the end, but you don't want to have them too close. Just find that perfect position. First move we're going to do is jitterbug, legs and arms straight up in the air, and head can come up or down. Let's shake. Shake the legs, shake the arms, release. The wrists, you might do like an in, out with the knees, just letting it all shake and shift, all while we are inverted. 3, 2, 1. Legs are straight up, point those toes and reach your arms up and put your palms all the way down. So we're stretching through the wrist and we have our toes pointed. And then bring the feet back and bring the palms back and up. So we're just going to rotate the toes, the feet and the wrists forward and back. So forward, back, forward. And now with our head, let's go back. With our head, we can have our head lifting up here, and then when the neck muscles are ready, let's go forward. When the neck muscles are ready, for a break, we need to just bring our own head down and then bring our head back up. Bring the feet back here. So yeah, now that you know what to do, we're just doing head lifts in intervals according to our own needs, our own strength and flexibility. We're pointing and flexing through the wrists and the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we have our arms straight up in the air, and let's do some parallel kicks and reaches with head lift intervals. Very strengthening for the front of the neck, the jawline, and into the upper spine. I'm sure there's many more benefits to it. And we have our legs and arms inverted, and we want to reach. So you might have your knees a little bit on the straighter side, and your toes are pointing, your fingers are reaching. You feel your shoulders reaching up, helping you to engage the core muscles as well. Let's do some crisscross kicks now. So we're going to do both the arms and the legs simultaneously. And we want to be in a reach through the legs, a reach through the arms. And you might put a little bit of a squeeze into the thighs, having the knees nice and straight and flexed, which happens naturally as we reach up and stretch through the legs. That flexes the legs. So I'll bet it flexes the arms too, huh? We reach and naturally the muscles will tense up a little bit. So stay in your reach. We have beautiful motion happening here in this inversion position. Teeth closed, eyes relaxed. Next, we're gonna do the knee and elbow bend in 3, 2, and 1. Bend the elbows and the knees and squeeze. And reach. So you can have your head lifting in intervals. Squeeze and reach. And squeeze. And reach. All 4 limbs squeezing with equal force. Squeeze. And reach. Good. Being present here. Connecting to every single position as an opportunity to progress your presence. Progress your mindfulness and your strength. Flexibility. Squeeze. And reach. Squeeze. And reach. And squeeze. And reach. Next up, let's go ahead and just have the legs split open down the center here at the sides. And you can put your hands into your inner knees, and you can either do a gentle bounce by pressing both knees equally, and notice that the back is bouncing a little bit. It's just, you're on a flexible surface. Or you can sway side to side and just use that comfortable surface behind your back in order to get deeper into this stretch. I notice that when I'm on the floor doing this stretch, it's not as comfortable as if I'm on my rebounder mat. And then if I were to do the pumps here, like this, is stretching in, I can't do this quite as efficiently on the ground either. So see if we can progress here. Point those toes, get deeper into your inner thigh flexibility. Great job. Now let's go ahead and lift the legs up, straight up, and let's now pull the legs towards our body, our chest. And however it looks for you, let's stretch into the hamstrings and the glutes at the back. You can do a little bit of rocking in this position. I love that. I love feeling into the rocking, and my knees are bent. I'm not worried about straight knees. I just want to get into this position and have my body say yes to it. So it feels good. It makes me want to put a smile on my face. It makes me want to feel gratitude. My calves are needing a rub, so I'm just noticing rubbing my calves. So stretching here, getting a little deeper, feeling that lower back getting more and more open, and noticing every time we do these stretches, we progress. We can see and feel the progression happening so fast. 3, 2, 1. Legs and arms straight up, and let's do rotations. Slow rotations. The wrists go all the way deep into that nice twist, and the ankles too. Nice and slow. And you can continue with your head lift intervals if you desire. And let's rotate in the other direction. Teeth are closed. You might have your fingers open. And now let's spread all 10 fingers, all 10 toes, and just hold that spread. Now let's spread a little wider and hold that spread. And now let's spread a little wider and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Relax. And let's go ahead and do some body tapping. So I'm going to start with one leg first and tap the bottom of my foot. And now the top of the foot. Every tap counts. How about tapping into the calf and the shin and the full knee? The thigh. I want you to definitely tap into the glute and the hamstring and the hip. And now to the other leg, starting with the foot, the bottom, and the top, and the shin and calf, the knee, the thigh. Don't forget the glute and the hip. And now let's tap into the arms as well. One at a time. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go ahead and bring our legs down to the ground, and we'll transition ourselves back to standing to finish off this routine. 5 more minutes of health and wellness. And I'm just going to stand up in increments in order to let my body recalibrate. All right, I'm gonna stand back up here, put my towel and my pillow away. Thank you, towel and pillow. And now I'm gonna get ready here with you. Let's go ahead now and do some health balance, and let's begin to strengthen into the face. So I'm going to mouth the alphabet, A, B, C, D, and I'm gonna go through the whole alphabet probably 2 times. Silently, okay? Gently bounce, chest up, hands on the bar. Here we go. Gonna go round 2 here. Excellent. When you're ready, let's do the ears. So let's pull on the ears. You can use one hand at a time if you want, or both. I'll give you 15 seconds here to pull on those ears. Release the ear tension, release the shoulder or eye tension if there is any. Just relax here and pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your finger, put it about 12 to 15 inches away from your eyes, and I want you to focus on your fingertip, and then I want you to focus on something farther in the distance. And then notice that focus shift back to your finger. Sense the shift to the distance. Close, far, close, far. 3, 2, and 1. So powerful. We're pumping the eyes. We're getting circulation as we shift into that focus. It's strengthening into our eyes. Now let's go ahead and take our palm, push it up against our nose, and let's do some rotations into the nose, helping our nose open up and help us with even more efficiency in our nose breathing. Now let's go ahead and take a moment to open up our mouth as wide as we can, like we're the dentist. And I want you to count to 5 and hold it as wide as you can. Here we go. Great. Now let's go ahead and do some tongue circles. So with your lips closed, do 2 slow rotations of your tongue, dragging your tongue through the gums in each direction, 2 circles. Excellent job. Now let's go ahead. Let's relax and get back into our posture jump. Shoulders down, nice tall spine, chin level, teeth closed. Let's go ahead and draw into the pelvic floor. And let's connect to our pelvic floor in a more profound way. Just by being present, drawing it in, seeing if you can hold that draw, stay present in it, connect, gently bounce. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go ahead and do our humming. So we're gonna breathe through the nose, inhale, and then exhale a beautiful long hum. I'm gonna do about 3 hums, okay? Here we go. And now let's relax. Just take this moment to be present in our body, fully calm in our mind. Three, 2, and 1. Amazing job. I'm so proud of you for sticking this out with me and for joining me for these classes. I'm so happy to be here and accountable to you, and I'm so happy that you are here accountable to me. If you like this routine, please give me a thumbs up, and I would love it if you could comment below. And I want food emojis. Oh, how about the food that you don't eat? How about the food that you don't like? Let's put that food in the comment section with the emojis, okay? And if you like this routine, a big thumbs up is always appreciated. And if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do subscribe so you can see more routines dropping like this in your YouTube feed, and you will be more accountable to joining me instead. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you in the next one.